Welcome to the talk about Copernicus Innovation and Knowledge Hubs. So although most of you are familiar with the Copernicus program, I still want to start with a short introduction. It is the European system for monitoring the Earth. It collects, on the one hand side, satellite information with the very prominent examples of the Copernicus satellites, plus in situ sensors, plus from both data sources derived products, respectively services, mainly in the field of atmosphere, marine, land, climate emergency, and security. And the maybe most important component is that all of these data and services are freely and openly available for everybody. What is not so well known is that within the Copernicus ecosystem, a lot of other initiatives are available as well. That ranges from educational component like the Copernicus Skills Program or the help for startups, for example, through the incubation program, and also one initiative that focus on research and academia, so the Copernicus Academy. It is a network of universities and research institutions to facilitate cooperation in research and education, but also link these academic institutions with industry, service providers, and public authorities. Right now, it has more than 160 international members, and I really want to focus on the word international here, because although it is originally a European initiative, it is very strongly encouraged for everybody, also from outside of Europe, to participate in this network. So if you feel like I would like to learn more about Academy members that work in similar areas or complement my profile and want to participate in network-wide activities, you're strongly encouraged to become a Copernicus Academy member. Within this talk, I want to focus on the project CopernicusHubs, which is a coordination and support action to maintain and strengthen this network by boosting the R&D activities in Copernicus-related fields, but also sustain the innovation process from academia to business, and of course increase the general uptake of space technology. The idea is to design Copernicus knowledge and innovation hubs through a variety of initiatives and programs and actions that focus mainly about these 4 topics: invent, make the research of Copernicus Academy members visible, innovate, bridge the academy with the industry, then interact to connect experts and stakeholders, and inform, reaching out to the public and students. So the idea is to develop regional and virtual hubs. So the regional hubs are the physical implementation to really meet local and regional needs, whereas the virtual hubs are basically the technical backbone. And this, we all faced it in the last month, are becoming more and more important. So here the idea is to develop technical elements that facilitate cooperation within the network, but also with potential external partners. So we came up with some ideas of elements, on the one hand side, that deal with the visualization and retrieval of expertise, and on the other hand, that deal with the active but remote involvement within the networks. So for both of these components, I want to highlight and show some examples. I want to start with the visualization in form of the knowledge landscape. So that is an idea to map the expertise and skills that are presented in the network. So it gives an overview of the spatial distribution of expertise within the network. So giving areas, for example, where hotspots of involvement in one of the 6 Copernicus services, for example, in the land monitoring service, are available. In combination with additional information, like for example, with which methods the Copernicus Academy members mainly work, this provides an easy search for local experts. So if I want to know, for example, who works within the field of atmosphere using big Earth data, then I will get exactly those institutions that work within this field and within this method. Another thing is to map not the expertise, but rather the innovation capacity of Academy members through an innovation monitor. We here chose the approach of a composite indicator, like also others do with other innovation indices, but measured on a different level. So for each Copernicus Academy member, based on 5 different domains and also specifically related to Copernicus activities. So it on the one hand side provides an overall index that shows how innovative a member is, plus it enables to highlight the innovation strength of specific members. So for example, some might be especially innovative in the educational field, whereas others are strongly involved in this innovation process from academy to industry. For the active involvement in the network, I want to highlight the thematic working groups. So we established for each of the Copernicus service thematic service areas, one thematic working group that really enables experts to involve with each other. So that means like discussing what are their priority themes in the futures, what are the main target groups, what methods are most suitable, but also what are funding possibilities. So right now we have 45 experts that regularly connect with each other and discuss these questions. One other thing is to reach out more to the broad public so that people that are interested, but most probably not really experts. So we developed here a citizen app that provides access to Copernicus information layer, plus additionally have an interactive component that enables interactive involvement. So for example, if I'm working in a specific region and do have questions about Copernicus information layers, I can post a question at this specific location, and then experts, for example, from the thematic working groups, will answer these questions with their regional and local knowledge. With that, I would like to move to the physical implementations of the regional hubs to really meet local and regional needs. So these hubs are independent of country borders and facilitate these virtual hubs or the component of the virtual hubs to really effectively reach out to local stakeholders, provide local networking and exchange possibilities, and also, for example, location-specific trainings. So they can be with different forms, with different focus, for example, with a research focus, then in forms of centers of excellence, or they can be joint Copernicus Academy and Relay hubs, where the Relay network is the pendant, the industry pendant to the Copernicus Academy, or it can focus, for example, on educational outreach hubs. And these two hubs, the virtual and the regional hub, come together when it comes to training and outreach. And these can be different formats that can be really events for the broad public. For example, the European Researchers' Night. It can be very local workshops for industry partners. It can have a focus on higher education, like a joint master program or short intensive courses in forms of summer schools, either physically or as we did this year on a pure virtual mode, and maybe in future the combination of a virtual and a physical mode. So I hope I could give you a broad overview. All the links for the more specific information on the technical components or outreach events are available. And if you want to have more information or think you might want to become a Copernicus Academy member, I'm more than happy to answer your questions. Thanks a lot.